All right, we're here. We'll see if I leave this in or not, but people don't know how long these three had to wait for this interview to start. So they've grinded out like 6 hours trying to figure out how to record this thing. So if their answers seem tired, it's because they had to take a nap in the middle. But we'll get through this together. So we are with PJ Mutsaritas, Christian Becerra, Andres Galan, some Bears on the road this summer, traveling a pretty good distance away from home to play some summer ball. Summer back, summer still there, different timelines. So we just want to check in with all three and kind of talk about their summer experience, the things that are ahead as they prep for what's coming as we get going with the fall here in about a month at Cal and kind of everything in between. So, fellas, first of all, thank you for joining us today for a quick summer check in. And yeah, we look forward to talking to you a little bit here.
Yes, sir.
Get it.
Let's start with, so we talk about different timelines. PJ, you were the first. So all three of you have played your summer ball this season in the Cape Cod League. So let's start there. PJ, you were the first one. You started in the Cape at the beginning. You're back home now. The other two pitch makers started a little bit later and are still out there making pitches. So PJ, just talk to us about the experience that you had this summer, where you played, and what it was like just kind of getting there right away when the season ended, and kind of all that was for you.
Yeah, so I was the first one there. I got there like a week or two before the actual game started, so I got like a whole vibe of the area, the community, and everyone's amazing. The ball knowledge that Coach Roberts has is off the charts, man. But it was such a good experience. I only played a couple games before I left, but because that was my first ever summer experience. But man, I couldn't imagine anywhere better. It was awesome.
And that was with Katuitt
Yes, that was with the
that
two.
you were with. So what was it like? I mean, that's a team that's had a lot of Cal players that
Mhm.
have gone through and played in that organization last year. Obviously, Loma and RJ were
Mhm.
there. What was there any expectations as a Bear coming into that program from Coach Roberts or anything like that?
I mean, I hope he has expectations for me. I mean, I always try to follow in Loma and RJ's footsteps because they're such great ball players and even better people. But yeah, of course, there's always expectations as a Cal Bear.
What would you say was like the biggest thing in that time that you had out there with him that you picked up from him? I know he does a lot of base running stuff is a big emphasis of his, but what were some of the takeaways for you?
Yeah, so yeah, base running was the biggest part of me, but he also wants us to have fun. Southern ball is all about having fun. It's such a great experience. Even if we lose, he'd always tell us to go hang out with the kids after the game and just give everyone a good time and just give back to the community.
All right, let's stick on that Katuitt train. So CB, you are currently in Katuitt making pitches for the Kettleers. What was the experience like for you starting a little bit later? What was your progression as you prepped to head out there? What was it like getting out there and now being out there making pitches? What's it been like for you?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, it did take a little bit of time for me to get out there. I basically took all of June off. I still was throwing bullpens, facing some hitters now and then, but when you take that much time off, it's just very important just to stay mentally there. The days can kind of just fly by you, and it's easy to not take advantage of the moment. But it was good to have my eyes set on this. I knew I was coming out here for a couple of weeks, so it almost gave myself a goal to stay ready and to keep getting better for this opportunity. And yeah, being out here has been a dream. The guys are great. You learn, it's the best summer league in the nation, so you learn from some of the best guys. A certain pitch or just like a mechanical cue, and sometimes it just unlocks everything. So yeah, it's been great to get out here and meet all these guys.
Good. He's not on the call, but you do have another Bear with you right now. Can you tell us about your experience playing with Jaron? How's he doing out there? What's it like playing with some familiar faces?
Yeah, I mean, there's no better person to have behind you. I wish PJ was there, but someone in the middle infield is always, especially as a pitcher, it's always nice to have a familiar face in the middle infield because I feel like a lot of the balls get hit there. But yeah, Jaron's killing it. He's a grinder. He's got a car out here, so I've been using him, to get to the gym, and we've been going to, get some lunch. Dre left us hanging on a movie day the other day, so. We're all trying to connect, but it's been great to have familiar faces, even Dre on a different team. just to catch up and chat.
All right, let's talk to the outsider. So, Dre, it sounds like you've really alienated yourself from the group. But tell us what team you're playing for, and just kind of what your experience has been like. Obviously, in the same league, but with a different team.
Yeah, so I'm with the Hyannis Harbor Hawks, which is like 15 minutes away from Cotuit, but we are rivals, which is why I didn't want to hang out with Christian and them. I'm just kidding. Yeah, I play for the Harbor Hawks and like Cotuit. It's an amazing community. The people really care about you here. The host families are amazing. I've met a ton of good athletes. The coaches are super nice, and they take care of you, and they have your best interests. So it's been a fun experience so far.
Awesome. What would you say is the coolest thing you've done off the field so far this summer, just getting to experience a different part of the country?
Yeah, we went to Martha's Vineyard. We've gone to the beaches. Like, there's a ton of things to do out here. It's amazing. But Martha's Vineyard was beautiful. You had to take a ferry there and spend the day there. So, yeah, it's a ton of fun.
Good. All right, next question now. Let's start to look ahead a little bit because we're checking in, obviously, with Golden Bears. We care a lot about the Cape, but we care more about Cal. So, PJ, coming off of a really good freshman season, obviously some accolades at the end of the year to go with the work and the output that you had during the spring. What's kind of your mindset as you use the summer ball experience, the work you're doing now? What's your plan, your goal as you get ready for the fall to start in a little bit here?
Yeah, same mindset I had last year, just always playing with a chip on your shoulder. Always wanted to get better in every single thing you do, just be the best version of yourself. You only get better than the person you were yesterday. So, going into the fall, I need to get a lot bigger. Hitting's obviously got to improve, defense, running, everything's got to improve.
Good. All right, now for you two pitch makers, it's kind of maybe a little different forecast for you because obviously in a week there's going to be a draft and there's hopefully a good chance that maybe your names will get called and that's something you have to prep for right now. And then moving forward from that, if that's not the current plan, then it's how do I prep for the fall? So we'll start with you, CB, but what's the prep? What's the mindset as you look ahead to some different options, but obviously baseball in your future here?
Yeah, like you're saying, there's a lot of unknown, and I think PJ hit it perfectly on the shoulder. Like, regardless of the unknown, like you got to take every day one by one. And if I'm playing professional baseball next year, that's awesome. If I'm playing for the Bears again next year, that's also awesome. But the goal is, just like PJ said, to get better every single day. And what better place than out here with these guys, and you just keep learning. So yeah, while the future, I'm not sure what's going to happen this next week, and I hope I get my name called. It's the goal is just to keep getting better and take it one day at a time.
Good. Dre, how about you?
Yeah, so I think Christian just hit the nail on the head. It's wake up every day and continue doing your process and trusting your process and getting better every single day. I think that's the only thing you can control. I don't think we can control the draft. We can't control what's in our futures. So I think just waking up every day, getting better, working hard, and understanding like we get to see the best bats in the country here. So this decision to come out here and play here, this is a decision that's definitely going to benefit our careers in the long run, whether it's in professional baseball or whether it's at school. So
good. Very good. All right, last question for all three. I think we got to try to have a little fun to finish up. So my question for you, Dre, is what is one piece of advice you have for PJ before the fall starts?
One piece of advice for PJ. I would challenge PJ to, man, I don't know. I'm trying to think because PJ's a hard worker and he does a lot of things right. So it's hard for me to give him something. Maybe challenge PJ to smile more on the field.
All right, good. I like that.
All right. That's a good one.
PJ, what's one piece of advice you have for CB?
CB. Shoot. I like it when you get angry on the field when you strike someone out. Keep yelling at some hitters.
I like that.
That's good. All right, CB, you get Dre now. I will tell you can't tell Dre that he can't ditch you at your next movie invite. It has to be something different than that. What's your advice for Dre?
Oh, I was gonna say, yeah, Dre's got to stop ditching me. He's got to get out of the house a little more. No, I just think like we said, we don't know what's going to happen this year, and if Dre comes back and if myself comes back, I just think we both got to challenge each other to. We're going to be seniors and take that leadership role. And I mean, PJ will be on the field, but Dre and I will probably be one of the oldest pitchers. So do what we can to the staff and just embrace that leadership role.
Good. Yeah, we'll save that next interview on August whatever. If you two are here, then that'll be probably question number 1 and interview number 1. What's it like being the elder statesman now? So that's good to hear. Well, thank you guys for taking some time today. The 2 of you pitch makers, keep making them. Have fun the rest of the way. PJ, we'll see you a little stronger, a little better in a few weeks. And go Bears.
Okay.
Go Bears.
Go Bears.
All right, fellas.